we were looking. We were
I know. I'm sure you're like, are we on the right link? What's going on?
Well, he said that, and I was like, oh, Laurel's really organized. She would have set out a text. So
Oh, maybe.
well, maybe. So we were in. Oops.
Oh, the camera came undone.
Yeah. So we're working on. We were just looking at the puzzle. He's
A small
Ooh.
one for her dad.
Is that like Finding Nemo?
Yeah, it doesn't say
Yeah,
that. but
Nemo, that type of fish is in there, actually. That one on the bottom.
The
is a Nemo
clownfish?
fish. Yeah, clownfish.
It kind of looks like those cartoon scenes from Finding Nemo, though.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
does.
You guys saw that movie, yeah?
And look at this
Yeah.
little piece.
Oh, there's Nemo.
There is Nemo.
Or Nemo's.
Oh, wait.
Her,
Here's
da-
Nemo
her,
right
her
there.
dad was helping me, and I went, "Hey, Dave, look there's a picture of you."
Wait, so your mom and dad are here?
They
Are-
are.
They are.
there?
We sent them to the basement because they're just unruly.
I was thinking you sent them to chop wood or something.
Yeah, well, Dave will help me, but that's a little bit beyond him now.
How was their trip?
Good, really.
So far, they're
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, coming in there, it was uneventful. I mean, they had a direct flight from Las Vegas. It was like 2.5, so that was easy breezy.
They were in Vegas for 4 weeks, and they won't tell us anything about it.
I don't know.
I guess what happens in Vegas really stays in there.
Stays in Vegas.
Yeah. So they, my brother just moved there, I guess last March. So it's pretty new for them as well. So they got
Yeah.
to go out to dinner a lot in restaurants, and I think
Yeah, and
they
stuff
saw-
is really improved and loosened up. Yeah, in terms
Yes.
of being able to go out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially there.
So they, I think the pace has slowed down a little bit. We tend to eat in more, and I'm not afraid to put them to work. So in fact, I can show you.
I took it with this
They're
one.
like, what's going on?
So do you know, share a picture in that? All right,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. This is
So
kinda-
yeah, I mean,
Oops.
I think that, can you still see us? Yeah, so you just go to,
I can't see your
Yes, yes.
camera's off, but
Yeah, I actually, no,
so you just go there.
go back to Zoom. Because I screwed up. I hit the wrong button. I'm not used to hers.
So
I
you're
know.
gonna-
Or were you trying to project something like a
I'm
share
sharing.
screen?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sharing you a photo.
So today, after, it's
Oh.
down here. You just had it right there.
Oh. Oh, I gotta hit done.
Here it comes.
So there was
Oh my God, Kate, can you see this?
So her dad has always been a dishwasher, even ever since I've known him.
Uh-huh.
And her mom spilled what? Her mom spilled a drink.
Spilled something on
yeah,
the
exactly.
So we
floor.
were all cleaning up, and she wanted to do the last part. And she's like, "You should get a picture of this for us." I'm like, "All right, I'll do that."
She says, my daughter-in-law just says, "Oh no, that's okay. I don't need any help." And you guys are like, "Yeah, clean my floor, do my dishes."
So we're
Her
gonna
mom
send it
is
to
such
her.
a crack up.
Yes.
So we're gonna send it to her brother and say, the good times in Vegas are over.
So how do you stop that? Stop share.
Well, we can bring it back.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So it's good. We, we just been in Portland. I mean, they've been coming out for 20 plus years
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
And so we've done a lot of hiking and even backpacking and coast trips and mountain trips and
Rock
Mhm.
climbing.
rock climbing and on the
Mhm.
boat and on Columbia. So it's now this one is really just a little bit more low key. My mom has her, things that she likes to do, and they're super easy. And so they come down to the gym with Chris when he comes in later during the day and
Mhm.
hangs out. So we did our exercise down there, and
Nice.
And when
What does
you-
she like to do in Portland? She must know a lot of your friends at this point too.
She does.
Yeah.
Like, so she likes to walk with certain people. We're trying to set up a coloring date with Kate right now.
Oh,
We have
nice.
that. It's mostly.
I'm sorry, I'm going to
visiting
miss
people.
that because I was at
Well,
last
we
year's
can-
coloring date.
You were. That's right.
But if you do it on a weekend, Kate and I have what we call doodle time.
okay. On the
So we
weekend.
just, mostly sometimes after work, but sometimes we'll do it at like after this call. So it's like 3
Yeah,
o'clock her
yeah.
time.
Mhm.
That's a
But we
nice
just
act-
turn on Zoom and then just both kind of doodle and chat like you would if you were sitting at a table. So it's a little
Mhm.
less high
Yeah,
stakes,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind right now. Obviously, Kate's gonna hear this, but right now we're working on maybe going this Friday, actually Friday afternoon or one day of
Mm.
next week. So yeah, so just mostly visiting people that she knows is the big deal.
Yeah.
And she likes to go to
She knows some
the
people.
donut shop, you know,
Oh.
Voodoo
She
Donuts.
likes to go to the donut shop.
Yes.
The
She wants to
Voodoo
go to
Donut Shop?
Goodwill.
The
Yes.
donuts aren't that special, but
No, they're not. Actually, I want to take her to the new favorite one, which is
sesame.
no, it's not Sesame. It's I have to get the name. I'll tell you later, Kate. But one of our friends brought him into the gym one day for a post-workout meal,
Mm-hmm.
and they were so good. The donuts were like top notch.
It just seems wrong to be eating a donut right after you work out.
I think
doesn't
I've
even
heard
sound
this
good.
debate between the two of you before.
Yeah, it doesn't sound,
Yeah.
well, she's not working out, she's coaching.
It tastes delicious after, you know, yelling at people for an hour. No, just kidding. I'm trying to find some music. There's always that. They like to go out and at least, you know, hear one night of
Yeah,
some folky, maybe some toe tapping music.
right.
So I found some bluegrass. I didn't tell you that. So I'm not quite sure if they'll be into that, or jazz, kind of a jazzy.
When was the
Bluegrass.
New Orleans band? Did that happen already?
That was last night.
Yeah, because Mardi Gras, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So
so,
there was-
they're out here for a couple weeks
Oh,
till
why we didn't go last night?
because
Anyways.
we had to pick up Mona at the
Oh,
airport.
that's right. Darn it.
We had
Darn
a-
Mona.
We were dog sitting, so we had an airport one run last night.
Mhm.
Because there was a Zydeco band playing at a pub for like $5 a person. I'm like, this is great. I mean, even if you don't like it, what's $5?
A Zydeco? What band?
Zydeco.
Zydeco.
Zedeco. Zydeco. Did I say that right?
I don't know what that is.
Zydeco. Zydeco. It's more like a Caribbean, I think like a brassy sort of reggae.
Okay,
Yeah, fun.
that sounds fun.
Yes, definitely. But
Yeah.
yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
And you have friends from when she taught at Fred Meyer's, her mom would go down there and her dad, but her mom would actually take the Fred Meyer's class with people down there.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
so
so
it used to
she's
be
made
she
friends.
used to take, she would take the bus every time. This will be the first time she won't take the bus, but she's taken public transit, which is her like adventure to take it down to the gym. And then, you know, people know them because they've been coming for 20 years. I've been there
Right.
for 20.
Right.
So that's a big hole in the agenda because that's not there anymore. I'm not working there. Nobody goes to the gym anymore. So
Do you think that's going to change though? With I don't know. Suddenly everything's changed in DC. It feels like because
Yeah,
the,
I
the
think,
mask mandate lifted. We're actually having an in-person meeting at my office on Friday, and they just announced today that we don't have to wear masks because in the office because the DC indoor mask mandate. So you could kind of see all of us being like, "What?" It'll be the first time we're in
from distance
that big a
to
group. Yeah,
the next
with
to each other without a mask. Yeah, that's a big jump.
yeah, I
the-
think there'll be like 12 or 15 of us in a conference room.
And you know all these people.
I do.
I mean,
yeah.
from work.
Mhm, yeah, they're all my colleagues. But
Yeah.
when we've met in the office before, we've all worn masks in the office.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So,
So,
I mean,
I don't
for
know if it's going to
things in
change
Portland,
that quickly
will.
for gyms as well.
I think it will. I mean, two things. And for me, one, the gym that I haven't worked at, Fred Meyer, it won't pick up as much still because people are still remote. So they're still only going in 2 days a week to my
Right.
knowledge.
So they're not coming in to the
So they're not
to
even
work.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the gym that I've been working at has never enforced the gym or the
Mask
mask
mandate.
mandate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, been kind of outlier anyways. So in our small gym world, it doesn't really change. But I mean, all the other gyms, the restaurants, grocery store, that will feel different
Mm-hmm.
for sure, because
Mhm.
everyone still wears them
Mm-hmm.
because I have to. But
I
yeah,
think that's
and
going to change pretty quick. I'm actually, so
Yeah.
ours lifted yesterday, March 1st. And I haven't been to like the
Ours
grocery store or
isn't.
any place.
No. It'll be weird.
I think because our prevalence level is so low.
Yeah, ours is way down, and I think ours doesn't change for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know what the exact thing is. It's like partial in 2 weeks and the whole
Mhm.
thing by the end.
Mhm.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, West Coast is always like 2-3 weeks behind us. Yeah.
I think our state's the only state that's not off besides Hawaii now. At least that's what my mom keeps telling me,
Hmm,
because she sees it on the news. She's like, Hawaii will not be lifting theirs at the end of this month,
hmm,
but ours is
Hmm.
partial. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems there's like two different messages coming out. One is for indoor, but then and then everything is lifted. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure. The CDC is part of our lift mandate, and then the
It feels like there's like the
Governor-
restaurants and bars are having some kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not following it that close, so
yeah,
I'm sure other
Yeah.
people probably have it down to the exact science, but
yeah.
when I walk into the grocery store and the sign says I don't have to wear a mask anymore, well, then I guess I won't wear it. But
Hey, do you see our name did go back to?
yeah, we
Yeah,
changed
it
it.
did. Yeah,
So
I
why
think
is
you
that? He has to log in and do it.
you must have to go. Do you have a Zoom app on your computer, or you just log in online
I just log in through the link. so
through the
that's how-
link?
Yep.
Hmm.
But what's funny is we changed it to this name the same way right on here. While we were
Right.
talking, we changed it to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
It's not that important, but it was just what you thought.
Mhm.
We have to keep our names. Hugo.
I don't want to be a porn star. I don't want to be a porn star anymore. I'm so bad. I don't get any respect. I'm walking down the street, the women are just always going, "Oh, there's Hugo."
It's been a nightmare, honey.
I know.
Oh, boy.
Uh,
So how's your day today? Good?
Oh, I feel like I've just had kind of a long week, but I ended with some colleagues that I told Astrid and Dana yesterday that I had come out of facilitating a meeting that I didn't feel like went that well. Like I facilitate a lot of meetings and I just had that kind of that gut feeling. I hung up the phone and I was like, that didn't go that well. But I
Mhm.
think but I don't know. I got either people are just flattering me or it actually went better than I thought it did. But this morning I kind of checked back in and I was like, I don't think it went well. I think my thing is always like, we need to do a survey and ask people if it, because if it didn't go well, like people should be able to say that didn't go well, like fix it
Yeah.
for the next time or whatever.
Make sure you're not kind
Um,
of falsely reading something.
Yeah, but I still did end up doing a survey, but so we'll see what the survey actually says. But then today I had to go into another meeting with some people that I have a very contentious relationship with. And they kind of retreat into politeness and kind of formality instead of kind of leaning in and like putting it on. And I'm just kind of the opposite. Like I'll lay it on the table and be serious, but then kind of laugh, like, or like collaborate, right? Like
There's
it's
differences.
okay when we don't always agree, or like, let's try to get to a solution. Let's try to really listen to each other. And we're working on some really tough issues. So I was lucky that I brought in one of my colleagues who did lead a good kind of icebreakery type of exercise that was both fun and also we asked people to answer two questions. One is, or to complete a sentence, you'll get the best of me when, and you'll get the worst of me when. And so kind of went around and that helped. Of course, everybody says like, you'll get the best of me when we're collaborative and respectful and, listen and all those things. It's like,
Good
okay.
thing I'm not part of your group.
Anyway, I'm going into too much detail, but I talked about it yesterday with Dana and
it's got to be hard. I mean, because you do want it to go well. I mean, having no idea, but if you're leading and trying to get to like whatever the solution or whatever you want it to look like, I mean, and involving other people, that's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And if you're leading it, you do have this responsibility towards how does the flow go? Did people?
Yeah, it's harder when you're not leading it. So basically, we got this meeting outline and it immediately was like, oh God, this is death by PowerPoint. We're going to be talked at for 2 hours. There's not going to be any. So we kind of wrote back and said, like, we want it to be more collaborative, more, can we? And so they wrote back very curtly. They're all based in London. They're like, well, it's 6 p.m. our time. So, do what you want to the agenda. And then we came to the meeting this morning and everybody looked like miserable. We made changes to the agenda, brought in our great facilitator to kind of come and break the ice. And we got to the meeting and everybody looks so grim. Nobody even responded saying like, oh, thank you for those inputs or whatever. So
It would be really hard starting a meeting at 6 p.m.
For us, so we gave them that feedback. It was their 6 p.m. It was like 1 o'clock our time. So this morning, the meeting was at 9 a.m. our time, maybe 1 p.m. their time. So,
Okay. So it was better.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, we do things during the workday.
I mean, would you like to be starting a 2-hour meeting right now? I know sometimes doing a Zoom call probably feels like that, but
yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I don't envy. I mean, I'm a morning person. So when I was working from Portland, it was okay that I was kind of up at 5 or 6 in the morning. But if you're like a night owl or, vice versa, if you're in a time zone, like all of our colleagues in Asia, they're always having to take meetings at 7, 8, 9 p.m. Yeah.
that'd be rough.
That would be rough. Hey, are you looking for, did you apply for another job maybe?
Yes.
I did.
'Cause
Yeah.
I thought he told me, I missed that.
Yeah.
process.
Well, I got kind of, I won't say I use the word headhunted, but it was, it's a recruitment firm or whatever. They hire a firm for a CEO position. And so I do kind of feel like sometimes they're just looking to kind of fill out a slate to show that they've done their job. And I must, I fit some kind of a profile. But I did the first informational interview and I did decide to go ahead and apply. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's
And
based in the Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands, that's right, you did say.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Because
Yeah.
we were talking about Orange and I was.
Yeah, Orange, right. We got onto that whole thing about Orange.
Dawn would have liked that.
Yeah.
Love orange.
Okay, I just figured
Yeah.
out what's over your right-hand shoulder.
It's a plant.
I did, but I was like, that's a really weird painting. I'm like, what is that? I'm like,
It's a plant. I don't know. I turned my desk around to have something different behind me. The sun is really bad at this time and I don't have shades
Okay.
on my
Oh,
window.
it's really good. It's bright out.
Yeah, so that's my plant. It's a Rastafarian fern plant, I think.
it
It's
looks
got those like,
Rastafarian.
yeah, it's got those like curly
You
Hair
know,
like.
if you were to stick your head in just a certain position. it would look
exactly.
like-
Yeah, it's totally Rastafarian.
Coming
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're waiting to hear back from them?
Oh, I mean, waiting to hear back even if I get an interview, right?
Okay.
So
Right.
like, I'm sure they're going to put, 10 candidates or something. I don't even know if I'll be in the first round of who they put forward. And then it's a CEO position. So.
Oh, I feel sorry for all those other people. So. I mean,
Well, she has one advantage because you said they were looking for a non-Dutch person, weren't they?
They were looking for a non-Dutch person. Yeah. And I think that
qualifies.
they might be, so I tick that box. I've never even been to the
DNA,
Netherlands.
please. DNA, please.
And it's because they're interested in US donors.
Okay.
So I tick
gotcha.
that box. And I think it's been a while, if ever, that I don't know if they've ever had a woman CEO. So I tick that box as well.
Yeah, that's helpful. Cool.
Yeah.
Does it seem kind of exciting?
I mean, it's an organization I admire very, very, very much. It's a much smaller international NGO. They work on all the kind of social change, human rights issues, do a lot of grant making to local organizations. I don't know. I mean, CEO kind of scares me because I'm not, I don't know if I'm that good with like boards and that kind of stuff, but.
Well, you've never been a CEO before, so.
Yep.
I mean,
nope. I never
nope.
have been.
You only know what you know.
Yeah. And I guess that is part of this, the panel has to really gauge, I think, whether the person's going to be a good fit.
Mhm.
CEO is very, like, it does have to be a really good fit all around for like the personalities that are already there and the board and all of that. So I think
Yeah.
you can't really take it personally if you don't advance. Like
Yeah,
it's
they've got it
probably for
mapped.
the better if you don't. So
Right. Yeah, that's a kind of a interesting way to look at it, but probably true.
mhm,
If you want that person to be being able to collaborate and lead and
mhm,
organize and all that stuff.
mhm,
Yeah, CEO.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, whatever we'll be, right?
Yeah, so it'll be between now and probably, I would say mid-May, mid to late May, that, I mean, the recruitment will take a while in
Okay.
terms of like a panel, interviews, then a second panel, then I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Not gonna move
I
quick.
was like, will they bring me to the Netherlands for the interview?
My computer's busted.
Well, at least you get
Exactly.
at least you get a trip out of it. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that would be really, I think you'd almost want to insist on it if you're going to move to another country you've never been to, right?
And both ways for you and them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that kind of position, you think they might do the first one over line, but you definitely have to be in person for the final
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would think so. Yeah.
I think when I told you guys, it felt a little bit more like a lark, like,
Mhm.
oh, this crazy thing. But I'm in this career group. And so I talked to a couple of people in the career group. And I think it did kind of convince me like these kinds of positions don't come out like an organization that you really feel passionate about. It doesn't come
Mhm.
along every day.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's really cool. Couldn't I ask the name of it?
yeah, it's called HEFOS, which is a weird name. It must mean something in Dutch. It's primarily funded by the Dutch government. And I knew it very well in Indonesia. It did a lot of really great grant making work to local organizations that were working on, you know, gender equality, climate change, civic participation.
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of
So
stuff.
diverse.
Yeah, I mean, pretty like social change types of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think they're in, I don't know, maybe 25 countries, 25, 30 countries. I'm gonna have to study up.
Yeah, yes. Yes, you should. Just in case.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, thanks for asking.
Yeah. Yeah, he had mentioned it and yeah, I was like, wow, that's kind of right up your alley in the sense of like, hey, you get to go to another country again. And if it's using your expertise and it's a brand new challenge. And,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, so many
Yeah.
interesting things.
Yeah. Give it a go. Yeah.
Why not?
Keep us posted.
Okay, well, shall we get going?
Let's do
Sounds
it.
Good.
I'm gonna reprieve our Boston one.
All right.
Oh boy, I don't have any